Shut your eyes, and I invite you to come inside of your body, wherever you just were in your day or in your dream state. Bring yourself inside of your body. And we're going to start at the root. This is a very important place for us to feel our security, our support from the universe. So focus right now on the area inside of your pelvis, the area at the very root of your spine. And imagine that there's a grounding cord that goes from the base of your spine all the way down into the center of the earth. And imagine there in the center of the earth is the Earth Mother. And the Earth Mother is holding you in her arms, caressing you, just like when you were a baby and you were held with unconditional love and support. Just allow yourself to enter into this womb kind of vibrational energy, being completely held by Mother Earth. Allow your body to be rocked, to be nurtured. Let all of your fears and worries fade away. Imagine yourself as an infant, little baby being held by Mother Earth. You are loved, you are cared for, and you are safe. If any worries, fears, or concerns comes up for you, I invite you to drop them down your body, all the way down into your pelvis and into your grounding cord, and let them all fall away into the center of the earth. Take a moment right now. Any fears, worries, or concerns, allow them to come from your upper body, your chest, wherever you're holding that vibration, and bring it down, 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 down your grounding cord, all the way into the earth. And take a deep breath inside of your body. And another. Anything you've been holding onto, you could let it go now. Let it all go for this time that we have together. You are safe. You are nurtured in the collective conscious energy that we're all creating here together on this call. Let your breath continue to fill your body. And connect with your feet as they make contact with the ground. Feel all 10 toes. Feel the sole of your foot. Feel the earth beneath it. Feel the earth beneath your feet supporting you. And just for a moment, imagine yourself walking on the earth, walking forward, out in nature. And feel the earth beneath your feet supporting you completely. Continue in your visualization to walk on a beautiful outside scene, maybe in a forest, and really feel your energy all the way into your feet and feel the connection you have with Mother Earth, bringing your body into alignment with the energy vibration of the planet right now, knowing that the universe has your back. And here you are safe and supported. And in the collective conscious field that we hear together on this call is adding to the vibration of a container of consciousness and safety, of security and of being held. So just take a moment and feel the energy vibration on the call of all the people who are here, joining you, joining hands, and supporting you here on this planet, because we are all on this planet together, supporting you in being nourished, safe, and supported. And now I'd like you to fill the very base of your spine area, your first chakra, with the color red. Let it powerfully and clearly fill that area. Just taking a last moment to clear out anything that doesn't belong there. Any of your fears around money and security, let all of that go. And instead, fill the area with a feeling of safety, nourishment, and support. And let's bring in the color red. And now let's move up just slightly in your body to the second chakra. Focus on the area 2 inches below your belly button. This is your second chakra. Your second chakra is about creativity, clairsentience, which is feeling the emotions of another, sexuality. This is also the area that we hold emotions and that we often tend to cord with other people. Other people's energy tends to cord into us. So ask yourself right now, is anybody else's energy in my second chakra? Is anybody else's energy in my space? And if you get a yes, simply invite them to leave, especially for now, especially during that time that we have together, and ask them to stand outside of your aura. So go ahead and remove the energy from them, pull the cord out, and place it outside of your aura. And any of the energy that you might have given away to them, call it back powerfully into your body and let that come all the way through and fill up your second chakra with your energy and only your energy. And if you have several people there, go ahead and remove the cord of several people, asking them to stand outside of your auric field so that you can be fully present with all of us, with yourself on this call. And any emotions that you've been having lately, just recognize them for a moment and allow them to drop down through the grounding cord. And I'll support you as well with clearing out any second chakra energy that doesn't belong there. Feeling loneliness, let's clear that. Feeling isolation, worry. Feeling like you have to fill that space with food or emotions and something just doesn't feel right, and just being in the circumstances of what's happening right now feels very uncomfortable, any of that must be cleared. I'm helping you to clear all of that. The angst that I'm not where I want to be right now, at this time in my life, I thought I'd be more satisfied. Instead, I feel discontent. Let's clear that. And let's start to replace it with a feeling of peacefulness, acceptance, presence. And let's fill the second chakra with the color orange. And make sure it's spacious, as opposed to anything where you are contracting or like condensed energy. Let's remove that and replace it with a feeling of spaciousness. Very diffuse color. Spacious like the wind. And now let's travel into the third chakra, which is located 2 inches above your belly button. And this is your power and energy distribution center. This is where you hold the energy around career or around your purpose. All of that pressure that we put on ourselves, when you're really focused on your work or focused on finding your work, that energy is really, that's where that energy really gets heated. So just see what's going on for you right now in this area. And if you feel like your third chakra is spinning really fast, let's just slow it down. Slow it down. This is really a time to come inside. For everybody on this planet right now, the coronavirus is waking everybody up to do their internal work. Life is not about career. My entire 20s and 30s, I thought it was all about career. Go, 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 do, do, do. But we're now learning that's not about that. And we're waking up to the reality of what's really important for us right now, what we really need to focus our attention on. So let go of that pressure you're putting on yourself. Let go of the do, do, do and the fast moving energy. Just let it go. Let it drop down your grounding cord into the earth. Let that be removed from your body. Allow yourself to simply settle into where you are right now. I just heard somebody say, oh, so it's okay for me not to be doing, producing. Yes, this is the time. This is the time to just simply be. Just focus on this energy. Focus on this area of your body right now, your third chakra. See if anything needs to be released in this area. And if so, simply invite it to leave your body. Just where you are right now is enough. You are enough. You have an amazing contribution to this planet. And you are doing it right now. We just need it to radiate out a little bit further. So take this time right now to become the highest and best version of yourself. And when you are it, then the circumstances will simply follow. So is the law of attraction. Become it first. Let go of the fears and worries and anxieties and limiting beliefs. Become it fully. And then fill this chakra with the color yellow. And let it be a very diffuse level, yellow, as opposed to a congested kind of a color. Let it just simply pour in and go to that area of your body. I'm really seeing people's yellow radiate. That looks really good. So next we'll go up to the heart, the fourth. And this is here in your chest. So I like to think of this as self-love and giving love. So lots of times people are deficient in one and not the other. Like people are probably most of the people in this call are really good at sending out love, are really good at caring about other people, but they're not so good about being loving to themselves, self-love. And so we want to look at both of those things. The fourth chakra is about forgiveness, compassion. So just take a look into your fourth chakra right now. How is it doing? Let's first look at how you're doing with sending out love. And it looks like because our energy fields have been more inside, because we've been, quarantined inside of our houses, we've actually drawn in our love as well. That's what I'm seeing right now. It's like we've drawn in our auric field. So I'm going to encourage you to widen that. You can imagine your auric field is like an egg around you. And I want you to imagine widening the boundary of that, widening it even wider and widening it on all areas of your body, because our attention is so here and we need to actually expand it out into the greater collective consciousness. So I'm actually energetically doing this to myself, but also I'm setting the intention for all of you guys to widen your auric field, Okay, that's better. And let's all just focus on radiating our love from our heart out into the world. So rather than just focusing on ourselves, let's put it out into the world. Oh, that feels really good. That looks really good. You're doing an amazing job at radiating your light and your love out into the world. Because we're all in this together. When you help other people, it radiates back to you in some way, shape, or form. So now's the time to heal the planet. Sending out love, sending out acceptance, letting go of the things in the past that maybe you've been holding on to. In fact, that pertains to a lot of people on this call right now. Simply letting it go, having some more forgiveness, some more acceptance of what has happened to the past or the people who have hurt you in the past. Simply allowing just a little bit more pardon or forgiveness towards them. Allowing your heart to radiate even wider and brighter to the people who you've maybe held your heart back on. Just see if you could give them just a little bit more. And now, the same level of love that you're putting out into the world, I want you to reflect it back into yourself now. Self-love. Let me see how you guys do with that. So making a promise to yourself to be just a little bit more gentle, a little bit more loving, a little bit less critical. You know what I'm talking about. So all the times where you have like a microscope of watching all the little things you're doing wrong and letting those go. Just let those things go, knowing that you're human. We all make mistakes. We all have regrets from the past, and we all do things that maybe we want to put our foot in our mouth for doing. And say to yourself right now, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being so harsh and critical on you. All those times. I'm sorry. And see right now if you can make a contract with yourself to be just a little bit more loving. However you've been treating yourself, be just a little bit more loving. And what might that look like for you? You can almost imagine like you're looking at a mirror at yourself and saying to yourself, I agree to be just a little bit more loving to you. And what that looks like is simply letting things go with simply letting things go more frequently. Maybe laughing more or making light of things that in the past you got very serious and angry about. And coming into true acceptance and love of where you are right now. Whatever you have been given, whether it's your physical features, your finances, the children that you brought into this world, whatever you have right now, this is where you are right now. And so have appreciation, acceptance for the state that you're in right now. And I'd like you to all to bring in the color green. So allow the color green to fill your chest, to fill your heart. And it's like a translucent green. It's like a medium, like almost like a light that's shining behind a green color or a green light. And just imagine it from your heart radiating out through your arms, out through your fingers, and it radiates up and down, forward and back. It's like a lighthouse radiating all around. I'm just focusing on the brightness of your fourth chakra right now. It's amazing, actually. And see if you could feel the collective conscious fourth chakra energy. See if you could tune into the vibration of the green color. And this whole group here today, it's really poignant. And also you're doing a really good job at keeping it diffuse as opposed to dense. It means that you're bringing in a lightness to this meditation, to life in itself. Okay, so next we're going to go up to the fifth chakra, which is right here in your throat. Fifth chakra has to do with communication. This is where we hold back on saying what we actually think, hold back on being our true selves. Like maybe we don't want to tell a lover or a friend what we really think because it might hurt them. And hence we sacrifice ourselves by becoming the person that they want us to be, or by trying to please them and actually holding in the truth of who we are because we feel shameful or we feel like we're too much. Whatever it is, that part all locks up in your fifth chakra. And if you have the pattern of not being heard, whether it's with your parents or just in career or in life, this is some fifth chakra blockages. So let's just take a moment and see if you could identify any of your blockages and then either energetically clear it or drop it down your grounding cord. And I'm going to tap in as well to what's going on in your fifth chakras and see if I can help you with the energy clearing. So I'm hearing I should say that, but it's not right. This is also a time to be very internal. People don't know how to express themselves because they're quarantined, so they're hardly talking to anybody. But still, you could still open your fifth chakra. You could do this by journaling. You could do this by clarifying who you are to yourself. This is the perfect time for journaling. Writing a book, anything like that. Writing a blog. Allow the true expression of who you are to come out in some way, shape, or form. It looks like right now it's hard for people to put into actual words what their true experience is right now. And so have compassion around that. It's okay. You don't have to explain to somebody how you're feeling. There's no pressure around that. Sometimes it just takes some time to metabolize and for it to kind of fall into place, like all the cells, all the different ideas, all the different parts of yourself. They're all kind of like trying to figure out, like, is this okay? Should I be feeling anxious? Should I be feeling like I should be doing more? How should I use my time? There's all these unknowns right now. See if you could settle right now all the unknowns. And just ask yourself right now, what is my truth? If I did know my truth, What might that be right now? What's the communication or the message that wants to transpire through your body, that wants to transpire through you out into the world in some way, shape, or form? And your answer might come in a metaphor or a picture. Like I just saw somebody releasing a balloon, and there's a lot of communication in that. There's a lot of communication also in the love vibration. So there's the fourth and the fifth are directly interlinked. Sometimes there's like a block between the two where people are functioning too much in their head and their logical mind, like career people, and they can't connect it into their body or their heart. And so now's the time for you to connect the two. So allow your love vibration to come up through your throat and enter into your fifth chakra, enter into your voice. And if you brought in a little bit more heart vibration energy into your fifth chakra, then what would it want to communicate? It looks like most of the people are struggling for words, or you might have little phrases like love, and that is a good um, clue as to what is the next thing, the purpose and passion. That all informs that. So you don't have to know in like 3 sentences, this is what it is. It's more like a feeling, it's more like a picture, or maybe it's a memory. So allow that to rise up. Allow your fifth chakra to open your communication, the truth of who you are. And maybe there's a communication that you didn't have with somebody that needs to be communicated. And I always believe, because I work with a lot of people around dynamics with another person, that you don't actually have to interact with that person to have the communication. Be careful you don't get into a story, though, like he said this, I should have done that. That will actually take you backwards. It's what's the truth, what's the learning that needs to happen inside of you. And then from that, I often update the contract or the energy vibration. Sometimes when we stifle our communication with unspoken words or maybe being misunderstood or mistreated, that really blocks our fifth chakra. So let that go for now. Take just another moment to ask yourself, what in my heart, what in my voice wishes to be said, wishes to be communicated? And it's okay if you want to communicate it just to yourself for right now. That's a really good start. And one more time, ask yourself, what is my truth? I'm seeing a beautiful image of peace and love in all of you. And then fill that area with the color blue. Sort of like a cloud moving through the entire area of your throat. A blue cloud filling that area. A very diffuse energy. And then let's move up to the sixth chakra, or the third eye, which is located between the two eyebrows and just a little bit higher, like maybe 1 inch higher, or maybe just under an inch higher. So some mystics say that there's an eye inside of your head, just slightly behind where my finger is right now, slightly behind this area where people put bindis. This is your intuition center. This is your clairvoyance center, and we all have this, sort of like a muscle that just needs to be trained. But most of the skill comes from releasing all that's standing in the way. That's how it was for me. I wasn't born clairvoyant. I literally had to do years of work to clear the cobwebs and to clear all the limiting beliefs that were standing in the way, and then to practice developing this tool. This tool I give to you. I offer it to you to help you to open up your intuition center. Anything that's standing in the way, simply let it go. What if there's nothing standing in the way and you could literally see? So see from just a couple inches backwards from where my finger is, from the front of your face, go a couple inches backwards. From that spot, like that's where the projector is, let it shine and radiate outside, out in front of you. And use that ability to see what you need to see, either around yourself or inside of yourself. Just take a moment and ask yourself, what is it that I need to see right now? One visualization, if you're having difficulty with this, is imagine yourself taking a rag and cleaning off this area of your sixth chakra. Clean it off really well, like you'd clean something that you really cared for. And then once it's cleaned and radiant, imagine this light beaming outward, going to wherever it needs to be. Ask your higher self, what is it that I need to see right now? What is it that wants to be seen? And one answer I'm getting is that I'm in the perfect place. The other answer I'm getting from the collective consciousness on this call is that it's not as hard as I think it is. I'm making this a lot harder than I really need to. That pretty much goes to everybody on this call. So what if it wasn't that hard? If it wasn't that much of an effort, and instead the effort was you reliving old karmic patterns, old karmic beliefs that you needed to struggle and needed to be that hard for you to get there? What if, just hypothetically, what if that wasn't true and it actually was fairly easy for you to take the next few steps to get to wherever your desired destination is? And I'd like you to fill this area with the color indigo, which is like a bluish purple. So fill it with the color indigo. And one last time, ask yourself, if I was able to see beyond what meets the eye, if I was able to see, what would it be that I needed to see? What is it that I need to see right now? You're all doing great. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the last chakra, the seventh chakra, which is on the crown of the head. And this is about this is about knowingness. This is about where we communicate with beings without bodies and spirits. And yeah, I'll speak just a little bit about spirits, but we all have a higher power above us, however we want to think of that. We all have a different way of thinking of that. But we do have beings, energies here to support us. It's all a matter of inviting them to support you towards your highest good, and inviting all the ones that are not here to help you and support you to leave. This is something I've been working with a lot of clients on lately, is we haven't learned that we have the power to control what entities and what spirits come in and which ones stay out. Some people have a lot of entities and spirits, and some people have probably none. And there's no right or wrong about the right amount. The thing for you to know is that you have choice. So I invite you to shut your eyes and just take a moment to communicate with a higher power. And see if you feel either a lot of energies there with you and around you, or absent of any. And if you feel absent of any, then invite an angel or spirit, or the actual word you use doesn't really matter. Just invite whoever is there to support you and has your highest good in mind to come and support you. But make sure their energy doesn't come in too close to you. You want them to be a comfortable distance away. And if you have many energies inside of you, invite all of those to stand outside of your auric field, maybe way outside of the room, outside of your house, as far away as feels appropriate. But you are in charge. You are the one to take ownership of your space. You get to decide who comes in and who stays out. And if you want, you could take a moment to have a very brief communication with a spirit if you've identified one, and if you located one. Maybe it's your spirit guide, or maybe it's an angel, or maybe it's a higher power. And you could ask a question, or you could ask for support. They're here to help you. They want to help you. You could ask them, how can you best help me? And you could ask them to show you a sign or a signal. So spirits speak in symbolism, and they often do this in the universe. So when you experience like a coincidence, or maybe you have a thought and then the lightning strikes, that is them communicating to you. Like, I usually think like the lightning strike as an exclamation point, or, there's so many signs in the universe. We all have said, I saw the signs, but I didn't listen to them. Well, now I want you to practice seeing the signs and listening to them. So you could ask them to show you a sign. And then if you do see a sign sometime today, I'd love it if you'd comment below. I'd love to hear the stuff like that. And then fill your seventh chakra with either lavender, gold, or white, a milky white. lavender, gold, or white. So fill that region of your seventh chakra with that color. And then know that your spirits are there to communicate with as much as you want. If you're someone who feels overwhelmed and busy, chances are you have too many in your space. You need to ask them to leave. It's, for me, I just like to work with just a few. Great. And now I'd like you to take a moment and just realize how balanced and aligned you are because of the great work you just did. You can imagine it like a pull coming through your head from the crown all the way through to the base of your spine. Feel the alignment. You can imagine a gold pull going through your entire body and holding you nice and straight and tall. You are aligned in this very moment. Take a few deep breaths. Next, I want you to travel back in time. Travel back in time to a moment, a memory when you felt purpose. It might have been something you were doing at work, a project you were working on. Just get a clear memory of a time when you felt purpose. And take a moment and remember how that felt inside of your body. The excitement in your belly chest, or where did you hold that excitement? Or that sense of purpose, the sense of power, the sense of importance. See how you're holding your body, what you're doing, who's there with you. And when you see and feel it completely, I'd like you to touch your index finger to your thumb like this. Just hold them together when you have a clear feeling of your high purpose moment. This is called anchoring. Just hold it for a few seconds and then let it go. And then once again, think of that moment where you felt a great deal of purpose. And when you feel it completely, when you get to the peak state, anchor it like this. And then let it go. Good. And then let go of that memory. Next, I'm going to invite you to think of a memory where you felt passion. Think of a memory in the past where you felt passion. It could be with a lover, or it could be your excitement around a project that you were working on, a time that you felt so much passion. What is passion to you? What does that mean? How does that feel? How does that ignite your body? What does it look like? Like if I was going to look at you, how would I know that this is a passionate moment? What are you doing? Who's there with you? Why do you feel this way? And when you load up the peak experience of passion, I'd like you to take your middle finger and your thumb and hold those two fingers together. This is anchoring with the middle finger and the thumb. So this one's passion and this one's purpose, but right now we're on passion. So take another moment. If you have already thought of one, I want you to go to that same experience one more time and just really go back into that memory as if you're living it in this very moment. And when you feel the excitement, the exuberance, all the oxytocin going in your body of passion, then anchor it into your body. Do that 3 or 4 more times. Great. Now I'd like you to move that memory to the left. Let's move both memories to the left just for a moment, okay? We're gonna just leave them there for a moment. But we now have this visceral memory in our body of what I mean when I say purpose and passion. You know what the unique flavor is for you, because for everybody, purpose and passion means very different things. So now, go ahead and shut your eyes, and we're going to look to the right. And I'd like you to imagine from where you are walking forward. Let's do 1 year from now. So there we are, very end of March 2021. And I want you to see yourself doing something that you're passionate about and doing something that you feel a great sense of purpose around. So just shut your eyes, and I invite you to use these anchoring techniques to help you to re-engage with the feeling of purpose and to re-engage with the feeling of passion. So once again, you're going to take your eyes slightly to the right, take yourself into the future 1 year from now, and envision what might you be doing that's in line with your highest purpose and that you're completely passionate around. And even if you don't see it completely, get a feeling of what it might be. Are you by yourself? Are you with other people? Are you working more independently or with a group of people? And what are you wearing? Are you more casual? Or are you more dressed up? And you could ask yourself, what are you doing? What are you doing that lights you up? What is your purpose and passion? What is it? If you had nothing to be concerned about, no concerns, no fears, nothing stopping you, no finances stopping you, what is it you would be doing? What if anything were possible? What is it you would be doing? And then ask yourself, from your future you over here, look back and see the present time you and see what is in the way between being there and being where you are. What is the block? What is the barrier? What's the stopping point? What is standing in the way between where you are right now and being there? And you could ask your intuitive self, just shut your eyes, come inside, ask your inner self, what is it that's standing in the way? See if you could gain some insights. And what if you gave that up? Like maybe it's a belief or whatever it is. What if that was no longer there? What if you just decided today to let that go? Then would it be possible? Ask yourself, if you let go of that which is stopping you right now on this call, would that then be possible? And I'd like you to create an image of you like literally moving the blocks and the barriers out of the way. You could see that exploding, disappearing. Maybe you're in a different location, whatever it is. Literally move that boulder that's standing in the way. And then I'd like you to clear off a path. You can make it a golden path, whatever kind of path you'd like. And this path is from where you are to over there. And I'd like you to go ahead and start to walk along this golden brick road or whatever kind of path you designed, clearing off any rocks or boulders. Set your energy vibration appropriately for confidence, seniority. I could take this on. I'm fearless. Put your highest and best self into those shoes and start to walk the path in that direction. If you have any fears along the way, simply let them go. Make it an easy and effortless walk. And then when you make it to that destination 1 year from now, when you make it there, I'd like you to turn around and look at your present time you and just say, I got it. I got it. And now all I need to do is simply wait for you to walk that path to there. And own that. Your future time you is looking back at you, waiting for you to walk that path. And I'd like you to say to them, I'll be right there, or however you want to complete with them. Just go ahead, take a look at your future self and say, I will be there to meet you. And then I'd like you to explode all that imagery. Let it go completely. Your purpose and passion, the path in front of you has been set, so you can let it go now. And now I'd like you to shut your eyes and imagine the color lavender going in through the crown of your head. This represents original essence. This is the blueprint for your life. Let that lavender color go into the crown of your head and go to every cell of your body. It knows just where to go. Let it trickle through. This is the healing energy we're going to complete this meditation with. Let it go down your thighs, down your hips, down your legs, down your feet and into the earth. And then once it's all the way into the earth, slide your hands along your thighs and bend forward. This is called balancing, where you let all the excess residue, anything seen and unseen in this reading, let it all go and just take a few deep rejuvenating breaths as you bend forward. Take about 3 or 4 deep rejuvenating breaths before you sit back up. And then as you come up slowly, you will be at the most appropriate vibration for you to be in for the rest of your day. So come up nice and slowly and come back into your body. Open your eyes, look around the room you're in, look at the brightness, the vitality, the colors, the clarity, the alignment with inside of yourself. And that completes the meditation, but it doesn't complete the call yet. So, first of all, thank you for journeying with me. Of course, this was a little bit longer than I anticipated. And if you would be so kind as to write any comments or questions in the chat, any experiences that you had. In a moment, I'm going to invite people to either, I'll work with just a few people one on one live here. I have no idea who's going to call in. So, in a moment, not quite yet, I'm going to give you the opportunity to call in, or I'll look at the chat. I also would like to invite everybody to like, you see the little thumb up there that has 3 people right now, but it's slow to get more. If you could all give me a thumbs up on this, and if everybody could subscribe to my channel. I don't know if you could do that right now with it live, but now we're at the end. If you could all subscribe, I'm going to ask everybody to write a comment underneath about what this experience was like for them. In the 5th chakra, there was a truth or a voice that wanted to come through, and now is the time to share it. So you could share it in chat, you could share it below in the comments. That actually really helps me, because when people share in the comments and subscribe, it helps this channel to optimize, and then that fills me up with purpose and passion, and then I want to go out and create more and more and more. So that's how you could support me. I'm here to support you in so many ways. So in a moment, I'm going to take a look and open up the phone lines. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and do that. If you want to call in, I'm going to turn my phone on. And when you call in, I could either support you with any areas that you felt stuck in, and we could take a look at what it is. Or if you just want to share what your experience was, that's fine too. So I'm looking at Rainbow at start, excited and a bit nervous to continue stepping into my purpose and being even more visible now with new offerings, starting my gifts and fully to support in the boardroom and the bedroom. Ooh, like to hear that. Yay. Support team around you. Oh, wait, there's more. Now feel more centered and more clear after this meditation and confident to follow the path to sweet beloved and baby awaiting. I could even see deeper the old beliefs to release. I love that. Yay. Meryl says, I'm feeling greater clarity around how to cope with my daughter. We are sharing close quarters these days. Yes. Oh my God. This is the true challenge on getting along with the people you live with. Woo! It's a tough one. Let's see. Anew, in my solar plexus, there are still blocks. Beautiful meditation colors are not so clear to me. And you know what? This is sort of a practice for you. And let's see. I actually read through what everybody wrote before I got on the call. And I do see the wind blowing in your face. And for you, I'm going to tell you some of the blocks that are standing in the way of you moving forward is a lot of ancestral stuff. There's this you need to hold on to the suffering and hold on to the pain of the past. It's so strong that it almost feels like you don't deserve. Like I don't deserve to go into this life of freedom. I don't deserve to be happy and free. There's a part of you that consciously you believe it, but it's like deep in the subconscious that you just don't believe it. And so it's really like this gravitational pull back, and also a lot of past lives around that. I kept seeing these past lives of you just wanting to hold on to a baby. Like many past lives, you've been a mother. You are a mother archetype. And so for you, the one little step you could take forward is just coming into acceptance of where you are. Like, for instance, feeling appreciation for yourself for the little things you're doing. Maybe it's just like cooking a nice meal for your family, or whatever it is, because you have this constant criticism of yourself and constantly feeling like you're not good enough, or you don't deserve. So work on that. Let's see. Allison, I have a difficult time being with my heart and body and out of my head. Enjoyed working with the colors. I also had a very intense exhaustion and came in and out of sleep throughout. Ooh. Well, when you're balanced and aligned, that is the time when you want to sleep. I know a lot of people are sleeping more, but also the other people are having a harder time sleeping. And so this is a good time for you to come into alignment. The reason why we're having a hard time sleeping is because we have this monkey mind of thought going. For some of you, it's like, I should be, I need to be, blah, 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 pushing yourself. For some people, it's just a discontent with inside of yourself, or discomfort. Well, Allison, right now, I'm kind of sending you a vibration of just coming into your heart and body. Let me just look at it for a second. Yeah, you're feeling disconnected because you're so much your head circling with thoughts and ideas. This has a lot to do with your pre-programming, like from your parents about who you thought you should be versus who you are. You feel kind of like you have like one of those like I'm going to just like fully step into like who I am, but kind of with like resentment towards it's kind of like when a kid hits adolescence, not that you're in adolescence, but it's like I'm leaving you behind, I'm no longer in that. And so you're wanting to step into the truth of who you are, but still coming along with a lot of like these different parts in your head that are conflicting right now. And so what I want to give you the gift of is inner peace, like contentment and inner peace. This is what I'm going to send some Reiki energy into you with right now so that you could have a more peaceful sleep. And I'm sending acceptance into your heart. It looks like it's coming in the form of a light blue color. So love and acceptance. Deep breath. Okay, I'll do a few more. Although my battery's about to die. Let's see. Sarah Liller, I am letting go of forcefulness and worry and stepping into more of a feminine energy and purpose. This is a big step for me. Receiving, allowing, and nurturing. I'm not sure about the next steps. Well, I was thinking about you in this meditation. So let me just look at that. Well, like you are doing it. I just see it kind of opening up like, okay, the most important thing for you, Sarah, is to let go of the effort and the pressure on yourself. This is really in your 5th chakra. So it's not so much for you about doing and going forward. And, for a lot of people, it's like, oh, I need to make this business plan and do social media or whatever it is. For you, okay, maybe some of that, it's not bad, but mostly it's taking the pressure and the effort off and finding more love, more joy is the word I was looking for, more joy and passion with the things that you are doing. I know we've talked about like you letting go of some of the things that were more burden around your career and your work. And by the way, Sarah is a most amazing clothing line, but she also hems wedding dresses, and she's very, very successful for what she does. So there's no issue on you being successful. It's more like taking the pressure and effort off, and then everything will just like come to you so easily. Anyways, let's see. The chick life. Feeling so much more at peace after this. Thank you. Self-criticism is a big block for me. This helped me release it more. Yay! Love to hear that. Okay, there's a few more. And let me see. Did anybody call in? Nope, nobody's called in. I could totally see that with you. Absolutely. And also, Bella, when you're doing this, really just own it instead of self-doubt. Like just own it. One of the blocks that you might have had in the past is that you're in your head, and I used to be this way when I was leading and teaching, thinking and not really embodying the full experience with the people. That is the integration piece for a lot of us. Let me see if I forgot anybody. Did I forget anybody? Well, this could work out well with my battery. I'll just give another moment for people to write in the comments here, or the chat, if they want any other insights or ways I could support you right now. I have another couple minutes. But before we sign out, I want to mention 3 things. The first one is that I'm going to be, Rainbow is calling in. Okay, hold on one second. Hello, love. I'm going to put you on speaker, but you need to turn off the YouTube channel. Forgot to mention that. So mute the computer and go ahead and let's hear what you have to share.
Hey, Shara, it's Rainbow.
Yep, you are live.
Oh, great. So I think you've given me some amazing support and insights, and I'm so grateful. I am still like in that place of how do I speak for my needs and boundaries, and also let go of trying to, it's impossible to control other people, so it's a good spiritual journey with the housemate situation. So I'm curious if you have any other thoughts on how to stay aligned and centered, and try to help people see the impact of their actions and not sheltering in fully, and knowing that I have zero control over what their actions are.
Yeah.
They are starting to tune and notice.
Yeah. Okay. That's all I need. Okay. So I'm already looking at your energy, and your energy really is in your upper chest, like your clavicle and your top 2 ribs and your throat. And it's like this really fear, worry, anxiety energy. This has been a karmic pattern for you for a long time, but it's preventing people from taking you as seriously. It's also, the energy is also blocked in your hands. So it kind of like forcefully goes out from the area here and it goes out into your hands, but it's not like penetrating out into the world in the way in which you could be as powerful as you could. So I'm going to give you just a brief Reiki and a few tips for you. First of all, the energy needs to be more in your lower body for one thing, but balanced in throughout your body. So there's this part of you that just cares so much, and it's like I can't even breathe until you do this, and it's almost like you're completely leaving the earth. So you need to first bring in more trust, more faith, and feel the sense of security and safety. This is the main barrier, is your own personal sense of security and safety. So when you have that, let's just go into that together for a second. I'm just going to look at this and really bring your energy down into your feet, down into the earth, and breathe. Really just take a moment and feel your sense of security and being supported. And really just take a moment and really believe everything's going to be all right. Go with any worries, everything's going to be fine. If you knew that without a doubt, the truth. And then put yourself in a position like you're a parent and you see a kid like doing something that you need to tell them not to do that. Okay. But it's not like a life or death thing. It's more like, okay, they're eating too much candy. So from this position of being in your body, in your lower body, see if you could just energetically communicate, or in your visualization communicate, stop eating the candy. That's too much candy. So what happens with you is you bring it up into your throat and then it halts. And it's a disconnector, because you're disconnected from your body. So our communication and our message doesn't get across into the world when we're disconnected from our entire body. But just for this experiment, I want you to imagine that you are connected into your body and that you say that to them. Okay? It looks really good how you just visualized it, right? Were you able to visualize that clearly?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. So that's the energy I want you to start to take into your housemates and other things like that. So let's take a moment and look at that. Okay, this is a much different picture when I look at this. And the main difference is you're owning your seniority. You're really standing in your feet. So, okay, bye, Rainbow. I'm going to hang up. Yes. Okay. Bye-bye. Grounded. It's like, so a lot of us, I'll just speak to this. A lot of us on this call, but a lot of us in this Bay Area have so much anxiety and worry, especially with the coronavirus. It's really heating this energy up. So now is the time to work on this, work on your anxiety and your worry. If you conquer that, like, this whole thing was worth it for you. So really bring that energy of fear, anxiety, worry, and bring it down into your lower body, down into your feet. Own your space, own your confidence, own that you got this and that you are safe and supported. Just because let's just say, even if you got the coronavirus, you would get through it. You would, if you believe that you would, okay? The universe will fully respond to your beliefs. Okay, Rainbow, love you. Bye. So much love, so much light to you. Signing over and out. May your day be blessed and wonderful.